imagine that today, when you get home, you receive a letter in your mailbox, and it's an invitation to be considered for your country's new executive assembly. So just like all the other people who received this invitation at random, if you choose to accept, it means putting your name in the hat for a second lottery to ensure that members of this top decision-making body will broadly and equally represent society's diversity. Now, last year, it was your partner who was invited to serve on the Climate Policy Assembly. And what surprised them most was that after all of those deep-felt discussions, the Assembly was able to find common ground on difficult issues, from energy sources and subsidies to renewables investment, extreme weather mitigation plans. And just now, your best friend is serving on the most recent Judiciary Selection Commission, which was set up to take the partisanship out of the appointment of judges. And maybe many years ago, it was your daughter who was serving as a member of the Legislative Assembly. And like jury duty, anybody who's selected by lot to any of these assemblies is entitled to paid time off work to take up those civic duties. Childcare, transport, other costs are all covered, and you receive a good state salary for your time, the same way that elected officials were once paid. And the task on all these assemblies is to weigh evidence, to listen to one another, and to find common ground on our policy and legislative proposals. So rather than going to the ballot box once every 5 years, there are regular lotteries for different assemblies all the time. And instead of parties and professional politicians, it's ordinary citizens, people like me and you, your mom, your dad, sisters, brothers, friends, colleagues. We're the ones in charge, taking turns representing others and being represented. So this is the sort of a vision, perhaps, of what another kind of democracy that is not just all about elections could actually look like. Thinking about this in the complex way that we actually have a whole set of different complex policy issues, public decisions to be taken, and how could we reimagine another kind of democratic system that could have a different functioning logic, putting forth the public good, acknowledging that people should have political equality, creating the conditions for people to be able to bring out collective intelligence, but also to do that hard work of finding common ground. This is the sort of vision for another kind of democratic future that we're working on at Democracy Next.